Have you ever had one of those weeks where it's just a roller coaster ride of reselling? Well, this past week was definitely one of those for me. Now, I'm not one to really buy into all these theories about eBay hiding listings and, not sending buyers your way. Now, I had about a 48-hour stretch where I had absolutely no sales, which is a little bit strange for me. And it wasn't only not having the sales. I went back and looked at some of my, current listings, really good items. I had 0 views, 0 watchers, and that's pretty strange too, because when I list some pretty good items, and I know they're good items, I usually get some watchers or some views, right off the bat. Now, I wasn't sure what was going on, but I was getting a little bit concerned that eBay had completely shut my store down. And I know that's not the case, but when you're not getting any sales, it's a little bit worrisome. And then it was Wednesday night, I think it was around 6 o'clock. I got about 6 sales back to back within about 45 minutes, just one right after another. It was almost like eBay hit the power switch and turned everything back on for me. And then the next day I sold 12 items. So it was really strange having 2 days without selling anything, and then all of a sudden just the floodgates opened up. I don't know, has that ever happened to anybody else where you get a little bit worried, where you're just not getting any sales, any views, any watchers at all, and then all of a sudden everything just comes right back on? Like I said, I don't buy into all these conspiracy theories about eBay hiding listings, but it was a really strange week for me. Anyway, let's get in there and take a look at the numbers. We're going to review April as a month since that just ended, and then we're going to take a look at this past week and look at some of the best items that sold for me. All right, so here we go. Here are the final numbers for April. On eBay, I sold a total of 135 items, and the gross sales was $4,370. Poshmark, I sold 60 items for $1,627. Mercari, I only sold 8 items, $187. Etsy, 1 item, $60. And Amazon, I sold 4 items for $75.90. So that puts the total number of items sold in April at 208 items, and that's 25% up from last month. And then the total gross sales was $6,321, and that is 11% up from last month as well. So my average sales per day was right at 6.93 items. Average sales price per item was at $30.39. And if you've watched some of my other videos, you know I'm trying to get that average sale price up to at least $35 per item. So then the average days to sell an item, it worked out to right around 81 days. So then my average cost of goods was up to $5.66. Now that's a little bit higher than last month. I've just been shopping at Plato's Closet a little bit more, and their prices are a little bit higher. But again, you can find really good product. But unfortunately, you're spending a little bit more money than normal. And then my average profit per item is down slightly to $16.61. That's down a little bit, I think, because I've ended so many of my really old listings and started selling similar. So I've discounted those items, and I've started selling quite a few of those, but it's at a pretty good discounted price. So that average profit per item is going down, unfortunately. So that puts my total profit margin for the entire month at 52%. All right, and the last number I wanted to talk about for April was my sell-through rate for my stores. So right now I have 957 listings, and over the past 90 days I sold 571 items. So that is a 60% sell-through rate on all of my items in all of my stores. So yeah, overall April was a really good month. Like you saw, I sold 25% more items than the previous month, so hopefully that's going to continue. All right, so that was April. So let's take a look at this past week's sales numbers and see how we did. So last week on eBay, I sold a total of 30 items for gross sales of $906. Poshmark, I sold 15 items for $489. Amazon, I sold 11 items for $201. Now you notice there is no Mercari on there. I did not sell a single thing on Mercari this past week. I'm starting to debate whether or not I even want to cross-list on Mercari anymore. I've seen so little sales, and I haven't really studied Mercari that much to kind of figure out how to get more sales, how to, promote the listings. I just kind of cross-list and leave them and hopefully, get some sales, but it's not really working out. And I don't think I want to spend that much more time researching Mercari and kind of getting in there. I just don't feel like I'm going to get that many more sales. So I'm debating whether or not I want to just end all cross-listing on Mercari and just stick with eBay and Poshmark. Let me know if you guys are having any success on Mercari, or if it's just one of those that you're going to be getting, maybe 1 or 2 sales a week and just leave it at that. All right, so my average sales per day last week was at 8 items per day exactly. And again, like I said earlier, it was a really strange week. I had almost 2 full days with 0 sales, and then I got 6 sales, immediately. And then the next day, I think it was 12 or 13 sales. So it was just a really odd week, like a roller coaster ride. So then my average sales price per item was at $20.51. And again, that's going down slightly. I think it's because I sold a lot of old items that I'm closing out. But again, hopefully that price is going to be going up really soon with some really good items that I've got in my store now. So then my average days to sell an item was at 113, and my average cost of goods for this past week was $4.76. All right, let's get in there and take a look at some of the best items that sold this past week. All right, so this first item that we're going to take a look at is the quickest item that I sold all week, and that was for this pair of Grundon's Breakwater cargo shorts. Now, this is a new brand to me. It didn't even make it into my reseller's guide to shorts. There just weren't that many listed. I think there's 40 listed currently and only 11 sold. But I thought I would take a chance with this one, and I was really surprised when I listed this for $20 and it sold the same day that I listed it. So maybe this is a brand we need to be looking out for. Let's scroll down here. There we go. There's the logo that was on the cargo pocket, Grundon's. And see if we can scroll down here to the waist. There's another logo. And there we go. There's the tag that's inside it. So Grundon's, that might be something we need to look for. All right, this next item was my slowest sale of the week, but it might be a good sign that Hawaiian shirts are starting to pick up and start to sell. This is an item that I had in my store for 380 days, so about a year. But I thought it was just a really cool Hawaiian shirt design. It had some surfboards on it, some cool floral items, really colorful. And right there, it's called Bullhead is the brand. And there's some more details of the surfboards. But I thought it was really nice. I was surprised that this one took so long to sell. But again, hopefully it's a good sign that Hawaiian shirts are going to start picking up because I've got quite a few Hawaiian shirts in my store. But this is one that I delisted and sold as similar, and I dropped the price to $9.95, and it sold on eBay. All right, the best men's shirt that sold this past week, and that was for this Pendleton wool flannel plaid shirt. Hopefully you know about Pendleton, but just a really great brand to be selling. This one had some really cool like chambray denim type material on the sleeves here, down the sides. Let's see if we can get to the Pendleton logo. There we go. There is the tag in the inside of the shirt, Pendleton. So I recently had someone make a comment in a previous video and asked, hey, if you find a jacket or a heavy flannel like this, would you list it during the spring and summer months if you find it? Or would you hold it and wait till the fall, winter time to list it? And I told them that I'd go ahead and list just about every item that I pick up, even if it's not in season. You never know when someone's going to be looking for an item and trying to find a really good deal on eBay or Poshmark. So go ahead and list those items. The only thing I don't list immediately sometimes is if it's a Halloween or a Christmas themed item. I may hold those back until it gets closer to that holiday. But for items like this, even though it is spring, summertime, I went ahead and listed it, and it sold for $30 on Poshmark. All right, the next item is for this men's jacket, and this was a rain jacket. The brand is Marmot, and this one was new with tags. This is something that I found at Plato's Closet for, I think it was $10 on closeout. And I knew this was just a really good outdoor brand. It did take longer to sell than I thought. I'm not really sure why. It could be because it was an adult small. But yeah, Marmot is usually a pretty good outdoor brand to be looking for. And here's some more images of the tag. It had a little logo there on the back shoulder. And no logo on the tag there, so it looks like you're going to have to look for this right here. So Marmot is usually a really good outdoor brand to be looking for, and this rain jacket sold for $55 on Poshmark. All right, this next item is a really cool pair of board shorts, and the brand is Affliction. And if you've not heard of Affliction, they're usually pretty easy to spot. Their shirts and t-shirts have really big graphics all over them. This one, again, had some really neat graphics. There's a tiger right there. Kind of a samurai image. Really cool pair of shorts. There's the brand on the inside. Let's see if we can get to the back here. Yeah, there's the logo on the back. Yeah, Affliction shirts have sold really well for me. This is the first time I picked up a pair of Affliction board shorts, and I was happy that this one sold for $28 on eBay. All right, next up is the best pair of men's pants that sold this week, and it's for this pair of vintage Polo Ralph Lauren wool houndstooth pants. I like to pick up a lot of this vintage Polo Ralph Lauren. Right there's the logo, the vintage logo. That's what you're looking for. But this was just a really nice pair of pants. There's the houndstooth pattern right there. And because it was wool, that was the main reason that I picked it up. Anytime you find an item with, higher end materials like wool, linen, or silk, definitely pick those up. They're probably going to sell for you. And there we go, 100% wool right there. I had these listed for $40 and I ended up taking a best offer of $30. So still really good profit for an item that I only spent $6 on. All right, next up is for the best pair of men's jeans, and it was another pair of Adriano Goldschmied, and this was another Protege straight leg jeans. Again, just a great brand. These have been selling really, really well for me. Let's see, there's the Protege right there, and there's the logo that you're looking for. See if we've got the back pocket. Yeah, there we go. There's the little leather patch on the back pocket. But yeah, this is a really great brand to be looking for, and they usually sell really fast for me. This one sold on Poshmark for $24. All right, next up is for the best pair of women's jeans. And if you watched my last video about the thrift haul, this was part of that Poshmark promotion where they said, hey, fit as many items as you can into this little bag and you get everything for $15. So I rolled these pair of jeans up as tight as I could. I got three other items, four total, into this little bag. So they all cost me $4. And this one right here sold for $29 on Poshmark. But Ariat is just a really great brand. It sells so fast for me. Can't keep them in my store, which is a good thing. But there's the tag right there. And see if we can see the pockets. Got some nice embroidery on the pockets. But yeah, Ariat Real Mid-Rise Bootcut Jeans, $29 on Poshmark. All right, next up is for the best electronic sale. And well, this item is not really an electronic by itself, but it does go with a Cuisinart food processor, and that's an electronic. So I went ahead and included it in this category. This is part of the food processor that I parted out into about 7 or 8 different pieces. And this is maybe the second or third of the pieces that I've sold. This one I took a best offer of $10. Again, so I've already sold one piece for $15. Every other piece that I'm selling is going to be pure profit. So I wanted to include this one just to let you know again that if you find these old food processors, and even if they don't work and you can't test them in the stores, go ahead and grab them. You can part them out and definitely make more money that way. All right, on to the best sporting goods category. So that was for this Coleman plaid flannel sleeping bag. I found this at an estate sale about 3 or 4 months ago. I actually thought it would sell in the winter time, but I'm surprised it sold right now. Pretty nice sleeping bag. It did have a few little drawings in here that there you go, there's a little smiley face. I did put that in the description to make sure they knew, hey, there was a little bit of writing. It was really easy to ship. It rolled up really tight like this into a pretty small box, only cost $11.20 to ship, and I sold this on eBay for $35. All right, next up is the best accessories of the week, and I'm going to show you 2 Brooks Brothers ties that I sold. Now, if you know me, I've got a lot of ties in my store. Sales have been fairly slow on ties lately, but these 2 sold within 1 day of me listing these, and it's because of this term right here, rep tie, R-E-P-P. The rep tie is this diagonal stripe right here. If you see these types of ties, get them, list them, put that rep tie keyword into your title. They should sell pretty fast for you. Like I said, sales have been pretty slow on ties, but these 2 right here sold really fast. There we go. There's Brooks Brothers Makers. And here is the other one right here. This one sold on Poshmark. This was a Brooks Brothers Brooksgate tie. We can scroll down here to the tag. There we go. There's the tag right there. But again, there is the rep tie, these diagonal stripes right here. But yeah, be on the lookout for rep ties. They seem to be selling better than most of the other ties right now. All right, next item is for the best home decor of the week, and it was for this set of bowls and plates. Now, this is an item I got from my friend, and we're doing kind of a consignment deal. I've sold quite a few things for her, but this one was a really nice set of plates and bowls. And there we go, Liberty of London, cereal bowls and plates. Cool pattern. There we go, salad plates and dinner plates. Yeah, really nice pattern, colorful. Yeah, so these were new with tags, never been used, and sold for a really good price. These sold for $70 on eBay. And again, the brand is Liberty of London. All right, next categories are going to be for shoes, and this is the best pair of men's shoe that I sold this week, and it was for a Cole Haan 0 Grand blue wingtip Oxford dress shoes. Really cool pair of shoes. This style seems to be really popular right now. Unfortunately, it took a little bit longer for these to sell than I thought, and it may be because of the blue color. I bet if they were in black, they probably would have sold a lot quicker, but still, really nice pair of shoes. Yeah, let's get down here to the tags, and there's the soles. Cole Haan Grand. And then there's the part number on the tongue there, so you can look up the comps and see what you could sell these for. This item here sold for $55 on eBay. All right, and this last item is going to be for my #1 sale of the month, and that was for this pair of women's Fry boots. Yeah, so Fry, just a really great brand to be looking for. I found this one at a yard sale last week. She was offering $25. I took it without asking any questions. I just knew the Fry brand was great. I got home and looked at the comps for this part number. They were selling anywhere from $140 to $175. I believe I had this one listed for $150, but took an offer of $140. But it sold really quick. Fry is just a really great brand. Really a high quality pair of leather boots. Get down here, show you some of the details. There we go. Really good condition. Got a great review. She said after she got these, even better condition than I thought. Love the boots. Thank you very much. So that's always nice. Yeah, the soles were just in excellent condition. And there is the logo on the inside. And there's the part number that you look up to get the comps. But yeah, Fry boots sold for $140 on Poshmark for my #1 sale of the month.